So here is the Unimat 3 pillar drill. So the post comes from the emco unimat range, normally used as a mill and a drill. The base I've made to make it a pillar drill and stand on its own. The table I've made, and the table has a simple, do it, 14 by 1mm pitch thread. We'll see that in a minute. That will see the advantages of that. The drill itself has a little sewing machine motor, 7,000 RPM, 120 watts at 240 volts. Ratios of 3.7 to 1 and 2.5 to 1, so I end up with a spindle speed of either 1,900 RPM or 2,800 RPM. The chuck is a very small chuck, but it's fine for drills up to around about 9mm in diameter. So if we just fit a drill here, tighten it up. I just put a piece of wood on just to protect the table, and we'll just, if we just get here, we'll just lower the actual head down on the column. Start the machine up. It's quite noisy, but as you can see it, this is at 1,900 RPM. We end up with a drill. Works very well with wood, works very well on metal. So, as you can see, the base you saw when I was getting out the Allen key and the chucks, we have a small metal, a brass drawer that I fitted into the base. The table itself can move up and down with two Allen keys just to adjust it, and the head itself moves up and down with a single Allen key there just to adjust it up and down. We have a travel of 25mm, which is ample actually for most of the small drilling work that you'll want to do. And then on the top you'll see that we have a small cover here. If we undo this cover, you'll see it's a simple belt system. So just enough to loosen these off enough to get the cover off. A simple round belt drive. 2-speed, as I said. This pulley on the motor can move up and down to give you the two ratios. You can see runs very easily, runs very simply. The motor is air cooled. It blows air through the actual motor casing and out into the actual belt housing. Just put this back on. So we've got actual housing goes back on, and that's it. We have a very neat pillar drill that will take, as we said, drills up to about 9mm in diameter. One advantage we said was that, as I said earlier, was that we have a 14 by 1 thread on this attachment, on this point here to attach the actual table to. Now what you can see is that actually I've got holes drilled in the side of this boss here, and they drilled, I have 6 holes, 8 holes and 10 holes, which then gives me, with this little spring device here, I have a very simple indexing system. Now if we put a chuck the unimat lathe chuck, again mounts 14 by 1, nice and simple chuck, but what it means is we can move things from the chuck to the actual drill and then we can very simply index them. E.g., if we wanted to put some holes in and just space them out into on a cover or a disc, we can very rapidly put 6 holes in a cover, or 4 holes, or even up to 10. So a nice simple way of doing indexing.